Instead, it's Wolves dropping on the City of Tang. GG.
The coach has forced them to.
Yeah, he said, time to move.
Stop it.
GG, they always did drop at Imperial, so it's cool to see them going back as J-Team actually getting run down already by EWG. 9's able to secure 1, now 14 on, counter comes down, League falls as well, easy little pickup. 9, he's almost down actually, Zen able to take them down, so has turned this into a 1 versus 2, able to get the damage onto 14, almost finish them up. Everybody running a little bit low. Zem goes for the knock up here on to G. They're just getting them super low, knocking them down. The team has come in with a revive. LXY coming in for the backup. Ooh. And somehow Zem just bought the time here for J-Team. What a beautiful turnaround with the fan. 14 goes down, and EWG, they're just losing this one out.
J-Team, our ex-champions from the previous years, managing to pull it out off spawn, going for the aggressive, salty run back, so to speak, and getting in there and managing to come out on top in this early engagement. We're speaking of early engagements, we have JJH up here in the north looking to engage onto this team. This is a rather interesting area, as we see right now. I was just about to mention the ice butterflies. If you manage to pop one of those with an enemy close by, you are going to freeze everyone within a certain amount of space. But here we are, Godley getting parried, but thankfully not taking too much damage. He loses his armor, but he's still going in. He's getting a little bit aggressive, perhaps a little bit too much.
No way.
And he gets taken down. GG, the current leaders on the leaderboard. That was light work. That felt rather straightforward. Godley biting off a little bit more than he could chew, it seems, and just getting absolutely obliterated. GG, reasonably happy with that pickup. 3 kills to their name, and they're creating that lead on OUG. OUG nowhere to be seen for the moment, but we're heading on over to BWG, who are reasonably close, a little close. I don't know if they're going to be spotting them out just yet. XCG also in the north, but to the northwest over here. It's not looking too good for them on the loot front. Only white and blue armors.
Yeah, a little lacking on that front. But I will say, this is the thing that I think is the key adaptation of GG, is they're just so much better early. Their issue was they were waiting, and they weren't able to put too many points together because there was less people to take out in the final circle. This year, just something has snapped in them, and they are just playing so much more aggressive early. They're scoring early, but they've also kept that really solid end game, like final circle play. And I think that's what's made them so interesting to watch, is they are just constantly on the ball, and they just are so hard to deal with. Now, OUG, their key competitor, we did just see a very, very loaded up Yoto here, made golden katana, purple armor. They're really set for these Realm of Yangs when they spawn up, and I expect to see some action there. But speaking of action, WBG, LXM from GG finds himself caught out by the parry. They're going to try and put some damage onto the rest of them, but out they zip with the Wu Chen. Uber driver to safety, going to be able to pick GG up, but WBG, they're on the hunt. Sleepwalker has been found. He's low HP because XCG has come in for the third party. Bagay, very low HP, lost a lot of their armor, but 9HQ even lower, pops their own ult to try and stay alive, but they're not going to be able to buy any time for themselves, as Xiaonan now has been left on his lonesome. WBG looking just to finish up these members. Actually, it's a 2 versus 2 because XR has gone down in the middle of this, and now GG is sliding in as a third party to their own fight. Once again, looking to put some more kills on the board. And Bagay on the run, going to get himself knocking back onto the GG members, but his armor is quickly stripped away with that vertical from the longsword. And Bagay, he is going down. Beautiful play coming in from GG.
This is exactly what they want to look to do. Come in, find those third-party opportunities, and pick up those kills without having to commit all that many resources. Very nice to see that they're managing to do so, and they're getting the ball rolling. They've already got 4 kills. Not too shabby. We're heading on over to the desert, though. TE closing in onto EWG. EWG doesn't look as though they really want to take this fight, but TE, they're getting excited. They're getting in there. Han, he's getting bounced around, but he's reasonably all right. He's chilling. His teammates are not so happy with their current situation, though. LYD getting absolutely bursted. Han following suit. The Uber driver, he's going to have to get them out of there. TE Leo managing to get them out safely for the moment. They get the res. Both teams are now going to retreat into the bushes. Oh, but we're heading on over to the south here. Alliance scrapping it out against J-Team. J-Team not in the best of situations. XLY managed to get that huge F2, buying a little bit more time, but unfortunately he's not able to come out alive. The Justina doing so much work. The parry coming out. Oh, the return, but it's not... A quick U-Shan F1, and there's no sweat on their brow. Alliance coming in and picking up 3 kills. Alliance, a team that I do hope does well, because they've always struggled to find their footing at times. I think there's always been little sparks, little hints of greatness. And
there's been that one game or that one day every now and then where you're like, is this Alliance's moment? And I hope that's not the case, and I hope they actually just are on fire and start to actually really show up. GG, speaking of teams that have been on fire, absolutely killer start to this game. Getting themselves in yet another scrap here versus XCG. There, down goes the ultimate from the Tessa here from CJS. NiHQ getting himself absolutely obliterated by GG. Just full focus coming in. Quick bell ring to check if a third party's coming in. And it is... well, backup's coming in anyway for the rest of XCG. CGS finds himself in a bit of danger. His health bar is very low. Taken down. Zhao unable to get the kill. GG, they just blink out. They need to get the revives up, but there is 2 people down. 3-3-0 on the run. Not going to be able to save his teammates. He gets himself caught on top of the building. Tries to give him the old switcheroo and dodge away from the XCG members, but he has been found. He is going to try and fake a miracle play happen. It's not going to happen. Down he goes. That's GG's revives used up. And that's a bad time because you've got the Roma Yang spawning up fairly soon, and now you're going to be running around with not enough gear to be able to jump in.
That is true. Although I think they are reasonably lucky to be playing the Viper Tessa Wu-Chen comp here, as it's not always the comp that wants to go into Realm of Yang. Although they are a relatively aggressive team, they could have wanted to go in, but now they can't. They're all right with that, I think. It's not too bad. The Wu-Chen typically doesn't offer all that much value in the Realm of Yang, but still, if they can manage to find themselves an opportunity to potentially grief another team that is looking to go into the Realm of Yang, isolate a member, or just go and look at the Morris Blessing and see if they can find a team opening that and catch them unawares, they could definitely capitalize on it reasonably well. But as you say, I do agree. It is a bit of a shame to be getting taken down just before the Realm of Yang pops up. But here we are, Wolves, one of the teams that definitely wants to be going into that Realm of Yang. Transformers, we've had them in the meta for so unbelievably long now, and not so much at the moment. But the objective is still the same. Transformers likes to go into the Realm of Yang. They want to scale up. They want to take as many opportunities to scale up as they can so that they can capitalize on the weapon rarities and the armor rarities. But Wolves, e.g. the Realm of Yang, the Monk popping that ultimate, but so is the enemy Yueshan to match, to try and buy some time. JL, VVV, and TXJ, our J-Cup champions, the 2 on this team that managed to take home the prize last year, scrapping it out. VVV forced to drop that mech down, takes all of his armor off. Oh, he's trying to find a little bit of value. The slam coming in, but it's not all that much to deal with. They are chilling, it seems. Oh, TXJ, he's moving, he's avoiding the Yueshan, he's trying to stay alive, and here it is, the Yoto Hime ult finally getting popped. The Farrier is still in the ultimate, is going back and forth. They managed to find the damage on to the Monk. He's still alive. Oh, just for a second. No, he gets taken down. And it looks as though JL is going to be taking this one home with them. It's a bit of a tall order to ask Zem to 1v3 in that situation. And he quickly gets dealt with by JL. Very nicely done. Gold Hengsword, in the bank. and they are very happy with their performance, I'd imagine.
The cannonball comp, I think, is so hard for Transformers to deal with, to be honest.
It is difficult.
You basically...
It can be difficult.
You've... Instead of having a monk, obviously you got a Yoto as well, but instead of having a monk, you have the ferret. You just have like basically a safety net for everyone. Anyone who needs to jump in that mech can jump in the mech because of the V3. It's so hard to deal with it. Now JL coming in looking for a fight, fresh off getting themselves a Vermilion Birdsmite, just looking to cash in onto that golden katana onto TXJ. Down goes Moran, able to find that kill nice and easy, but this fight isn't done because Chilui finding themselves in some serious danger. CXJ just keeping the damage onto them. That golden katana hasn't really made contact yet, but the moment it does, you can see the damage. CXJ absolutely obliterating the health bars there with that golden katana. Probably needs to get himself some better armor though. Still a blueberry, very easy to pick off. Although this blueberry does have thorns, I guess, with that katana.
Yes. A poisonous blueberry, perhaps. If you bite into it, it will bite back. The wolves here, speaking of biting back, they're going to have to try and find themselves some soul blooms to cleanse this yang depletion. 3 minutes on the clock. Although, it is actually, I'll tell you what they're going to do instead. Yeah, no, what they're going to do instead, in fact, is they're going to let themselves die to the zone here, leaving their bodies there, and Wolves ZK is going to buy the Rebirth Charm. Now, this is something that's we've seen quite a few times now. These team compositions, these Transformer compositions, they run the Dark Tide coins per second to be able to secure themselves the resurrection if they do ever happen to die. But here we are moving on over to WBG and BBE. Baige getting taken down reasonably low, getting charmed by that Tessa, forced to pop the ultimate, and they're trying to find just a little bit of value if they can. The Tessa coming in yet again. He's at risk of getting charmed, but I think he's all right considering that he is on the Takeda. He can always shove these players back, prevent them from getting all that much value from it. Looks like WBG. It's kind of cooked. It's cooked. For a second there, I got a little bit confused as to who was alive. But yeah, no, it's absolutely cooked for WBG here, unfortunately. But they aren't out just yet. I think that was a Vermilion Birdsmite that I saw. They are still alive and kicking. BBE managing to pick up 3 eliminations for themselves. Wolves? Oh no, that's not the place to be. Deep in the zone.
Has he picked his team up yet? He hasn't picked his team up.
Wait, but
they're down.
Wasn't it the Karumi who stayed alive? I thought it was the Karumi who was still alive.
Right. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Yeah, okay. I was
absolutely.
Going in the zone with no teammates. Oh, okay, don't worry. You see Alliance here, Revenge getting himself in a scrap versus TE. Gets that little thing off there, but immediately caught out once again. Armor's low. They're not going to be able to survive this one. Revenge on the run as they are taking down Han with a repeating crossbow just from a distance. But in comes GG, actually throwing out the Tessa ultimate, just keeping the pressure up here. GG trying to get themselves some kills on the board, trying to get a third party to go in their favor. Leo finds himself in some serious danger. LXM with the fan makes quick work of him, cashing on that kill. And GG, considering they lost a lot of lives at the beginning, lost all of their gear, they are going to keep the pressure up onto TE here. Tessa throws the charm out. LXM throws their own charm. Oh no, they haven't because they're inside the zone. They're also a Viper. Trying to keep the pressure up onto LYD. Charm's not going to matter. GG able to find themselves the victory there. Get a beautiful little third party off, and suddenly all of their gear issues have been alleviated from that earlier loss by Imperial. Beautiful play by GG, and 7 kills deep already. They are here making a statement in this first game, although they've got some work to do because JL, if you have a look, in 13th spot right now, have 9 kills. So JL starting to fire back. Former World Champ members on that team.
Yeah.
Well,
they're definitely
members.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Doesn't really count,
it's sort of split up between JL and TE at the moment, yeah. There's no fusion here. Yeah, a little diluted world champions. little bit of
strong
water.
Mix. It's two of them, to be fair. It's quite a strong mix.
Yeah, rather concentrated.
I know. Yeah, if you had, when was the last time you had squash that was 2 parts squash, 1 part water?
Oh my god,
that'd burn. That'd burn to drink. Drinking ethanol.
Burns your mouth. Would you like some water with your squash, sir? No, I wouldn't. Just syrup. That's why I like it. Oh god.
They do that. No. I assume you. I mean, you live in England, so I'm going to make an assumption here. But you've been to France at some point.
Yes.
Have you had like grenadine squash?
Grenadine. Yes, I have.
Is that what it's called?
It's so good. It's so good.
Damn, it's intense.
It's very sweet.
Anyway, speaking of intense, OUG getting themselves airborne here versus JL inside the realm of Yang. You with the golden halberd just trying to find an opening here onto these members. A massive strip of health immediately comes in for the scale rush. Doesn't actually make a connection there onto FX. Now we're going to see a transform come in. The ferret getting into the mech. Going to just try and hassle and play from a distance. Yu has had a lot of HP stripped away from them. They are low HP. Going in with the Yoto ultimate, trying to make some damage connect. They are getting the damage onto TXJ, but TXJ comes in. They get into the mech in time to stay alive. This is why the ferret hulk is so strong with the cannonball just landing that damage in. TXJ goes down atop the pillar. Yu goes, lands 1 cannon shot, lands a 2nd one, lands a 3rd. VPV is getting absolutely just destroyed by this cannon. So much work coming in from Yu. Now VPV takes a 4th to the face. Yu just keeping the pressure up onto them, and FX going down in the middle of this. JL, it is all but donezo for them. Yu has been able to heal up inside the mech, and this is going to be an absolutely just outright OUG victory, showing us why they won day 1 of this season.
Yeah, they are coming back with a vengeance, it seems. They did not like that GG took their spot at the top of the leaderboard, and they're starting to ramp their way back up. They haven't managed to catch up with them just yet, but I'm excited to see if they manage to do so as the game progresses. XCG here, not in a bad spot themselves, sitting over here with the new Tiger buff, with pretty decent loot to their name. They are running this new variation of the Sand Siphon composition. We have the Kurumi instead of the zipping. I'm actually curious, what do you think of the Kurumi pick instead of the zipping? On the Sand Siphon comp.
I feel like Zip I just absolutely loathe because of solos. I don't know if you remember that meta. That was awful.
Wait, which meta?
It was the solos meta where on Holoroth, 15 of the 16 players would always be on zipping and nothing would ever happen.
It would always be
and
zipping.
They'd all have a million
meta.
damage dealt and a million healing dealt, and no one would die until the final circle fully collapsed. So I have a little bit of a reason to hate her for that. But mechanically, for why you'd have the zip over the Kurumi, I think the zip is a little bit harder to kill than a Kurumi, just because she has like all the tools she uses for her team also help her. I think it's more decision based than position based. I feel Kurumi's like a bit more of a positional based character where you need to position right and not get yourself blown up. Where the zip, you're just in the mix, right? You're in there brawling with the boys. And it's just on your decision
brawling with the
boys and who doesn't. The brawling with the boys. That's why I like the zip, maybe, because it's a little bit more action-packed. And trio zip is a lot more easy to exploit and take out. It still can be very oppressive, and the healing is there for a reason, right? But I feel it's not like solo zip where it's just impossible to kill them. So I think I prefer the zip personally. I'm
the same. I'm the same. Personally, I think it's better.
I'm trying to think what comps they're shared in off the top of my head, though, because that's the difference maker.
What,
if
zipping?
They're shared in comps, like, you got to think of, if you're picking a character here, like, you're picking, like, a Sand Siphon comp, and then you want to use your Takeda elsewhere. Tammy elsewhere. Sorry, Takeda's the fire monk. If you want to pick your Tammy elsewhere, what's your reasoning? And that's my thought process on these things. If characters are shared, you gotta justify why you're picking them for this comp instead of another. And I don't
No, I don't think they are. I think you can definitely run the Tumulk in a few other compositions. You can run it with the Cannonball, obviously, and the...
Yeah.
You can run it with the Sand... Sandformers, that was it. The Sandformers, where you run Tumulk, Yueishan, and Monk, although we haven't seen this composition for a very long time. Also, quickly, just to note, we're looking at OUG's replay in the realm of Yang up against Alliance. Alliance Bow having already been taken down. OUG SS extremely low on health, but still managing to stay alive. OUG seemingly coming out on top here, doing a very nice job here in the realm of Yang. But yeah, back to what we were talking about. I do agree with you personally about the whole zipping. The zipping doing a little bit more for the team comp in the way that you said that how Karumi's a lot more about positioning. You have to be a bit more careful. Zipping can get in and brawl with the boys, and that's absolutely right. The fact that you don't have to consolidate yourselves onto one specific spot to get all the healing from the circle from Karumi allows you more freedom to run around and actually do things with the Takeda Ultima, and you have a little bit more agency to play away from your team. But with Karumi, you have to be careful. If the Karumi ult goes down, you need to help her. It can be very it can get pretty dicey. But the F3 that allows you to essentially keep your Takeda from getting bursted down is kind of the objective with it, for sure. This is the kind of the job of the Karumi to do. And I was talking to Raven about this, and personally, I thought the same thing, that zipping would probably still do reasonably well, but considering the nerfs, that people aren't choosing to go for her. And Raven was talking about how it's literally just keep your Takeda alive. In this composition, the purpose of zipping was also just to make sure that Takeda didn't get bursted down. And the Mortal Defiance nerf on the zipping ultimate passive, that when you take that fatal damage and then you pop, so to speak, and you knock back all the nearby enemies and then you heal up a certain amount, that amount of healing getting nerfed is the main reason why, as it can potentially get completely bursted through. And if you're Takeda, you don't want that happening in this composition. But Karumi, however, with that F3, giving that huge damage reduction for, I think, 3 seconds or something along those lines, where you just essentially can't take any damage whatsoever. Takeda can usually capitalize reasonably well off of this, and it's exactly what you want. But I don't know. I think it's possible that zipping, because we have seen zippings played with this comp still, haven't we? We haven't seen it.
Yeah, we have.
Being Karumi, I think.
I think it's relatively flexible. I think Karumi is the more idealistic pick, but again, like I said, sometimes it's based on, like, first of all, they can see what the lobby's picking, so they can kind of make decisions based on, all right, we want to be more. Whoa, my word, VVP. That was a nice little kill onto Ivan. Pick him up. It looks like that is not going to be the case because they are being gate kept. VVV, that's nasty. Anyway, quickly going back to the point, I think it's do we want to be more scrappy? Do we want to be more defensive there and keep them up? I think that it's all decision made based, right? That's the main thing. I can't get over that shot from VVV. That was absolutely brutal. We actually saw a similar thing with GG in the final circle on Sunday, where the final circle had a ballista in it, and that was just such a problem for a lot of these teams because GG just controlled that final circle. This is what's happening here. Like, this final circle right now has the ballista in the center of it, and that is owned by JL. VVV quite happily sitting up there, 12 kills under JL's pocket as well. They have some work to do. They are just above that red line. The red line signifying who makes it to bi-weekly finals on Sunday and who doesn't. So you need to be in top 12.
Indeed.
They have some work to do to get there, but also there's some work to do to prove that this is a team made up of 2 current world champions, former TE members, VVV being one of them as well. They have some serious work to do to prove that they are the best team in the league. And OUG and GG doing their best to deny them that with 7 and 6 kills respectively as well. So this could be a really good final circle. We got a lot of teams left in it.
Yeah, we do, and it's going. it's always a bit exciting when the ballista's in play as well. You know, the risk of getting absolutely blasted by the ballista is ever present until the zone collapses and forces them off of it. We're going to see some ballista action. We have this Ferrier going up to the top of this wall and juggling him down. Fat Milk, he's struggling to stay alive. Oh no! Oh,
that milk's off, man. That's spoiled. That's spoiled milk.
Expired milk, unfortunately. Full fat milk does expire faster, it seems. But here we are. OUG reasonably happy with this pickup. Not in a bad spot either. They're sort of at the edge of the zone, moving it along with it. We have this team lurking inside this building, though. BBE not having all of their teammates alive, going to be a bit of a struggle for them, but GG taking a scrap against BWG over here. The Viper all coming out, and that is V3 Viper, isn't it? I think it is. He was still moving around, he was still fighting. Yeah, having had V3 Vipers come into the meta is always rather interesting, as we've not seen it very much at all in the past. But they are making it work. GG doing a very good job of surviving, but it is a bit, it's getting a bit dicey. The JLVVV in that mech, just raining fire down upon them. GG scrambling, trying to stay alive, just getting in from the zone, but not managing to stay alive. CJ, he gets taken down. The Wu Chen, the Uber taking them to safety, but it doesn't look as though it was all that safe. Takes them into danger potentially. But VVV sitting on top of this small building, he's very happy with himself. He's got that gold armor. He is vibing. We've got the Yue Shans being popped now over in the corner. This is going to get very ugly very quickly. Speaking of ugly, OUGU in that Yoto Himel SS. Oh no!
Goes down to an alternative Yoto ultimate there. Absolutely brutal. So close to getting the kill themselves, but unable to make it happen. 3 minutes left, 15 players left. This circle getting very, very tight. Since even GG have been eliminated, OUG only have the one member. JL, though, 13 players, and they are, 13 kills, all 3 players standing. I'd be cheating if they had 13 players. They are absolutely dominating right now. Roy Shishi actually done a really good job of staying in this game, considering their teammates were taken out very, very early. They are just playing placements right now. They got 3 kills, so it's not going to be a massive multiplier for them, but it is a multiplier nonetheless. The higher they place, the higher they score, the better they feel going into the rest of the day. TXJ catches the fans out onto NiHQ with those Soul Jades. Got the tornadoes coming in, but Xiaonen's putting some damage in to return. Golden fan, though, into purple armor. TXJ very, very strong, very hard to deal with. It's going to go in for the ult here, try and see if they can get some damage. Sleepwalker takes out 14 from EWG off to the side of the screen. It is still just a scrap on the edge of the zone. Another tornado comes out, knocking onto the XEG members. Their health bars are so low. VVV in the cannon form got a golden weapon to power up this cannon as well. Absolutely obliterating health bars. Taking down Kakaishi. They are taken out nice and easy. Mech now detransforms. VVV gets atop the tree just to get them into a safe position. Godly knocked back into the zone. Got a Kurumi Tether on them, so they're going to be feeling okay for healing right now. Not under any major threat. Throws down the ultimate. Comes in for cannon fire as well, just to try and get a little bit more damage layered out. 2 more slashes left on their ultimate charge. Xinyu from OUG just staying as aerial as possible, staying out of the mix. As down goes Baige, taken down by Rui Shishi, able to secure another kill for their team, actually sneaking that one in under the radar and actually staying in this game for just a little bit more. JL, though, cashing in on their 16th kill. They could be looking at a potential 20 bomb here. Can they make it happen? They've only got the 1 player left standing, and BBB's taken down. Chilui able to secure that kill there for the side of JJH. Rui Shishi somehow held until final team standing versus JJH and secured a kill for their team. An absolute miracle hero play coming in. They even execute to deny the kill.